Let's go, grinders! 2 shows, 1 grindhouse! Let's do this! Hit that like button, share it out. It is a grindhouse afternoon!
On the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. F it, quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa.
Stop!
Got a couple
Enough!
chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup, that's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Stop! Enough!
Going mainstream.
Stop! Enough!
Mainstream.
Let's go!
Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
VIP!
I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Yo, grinders! What's up, everybody? It's Friday. We made it through the week. Oh my goodness. Hope everybody can hear me out there. I'll move my mic over here. And what a week it has been. Shout out to everybody coming in. Hope you checked out the premiere that I had of a gaming grindhouse highlights. I did some cool edits talking about my rant on the Halo mobile game and Paramount Plus Master Chief collection. Master Chief, not collection, but the Paramount Plus a chapless Master Chief going over there. Check that out. So I just premiered that video right before this and leading everybody into here. So hopefully you made it. You found your way to the gaming grindhouse. And we have some things. I think we're going to do a trifecta today. There's been a lot of stuff going on, and I think it's time for a trifecta. The 3 topics include the first one about how this one just came hot off the presses is the Xcloud, and spoiler alert.
Oh no! We suck again!
Then we'll talk about Toys for Big Booty Bobby claiming their Independence Day and parting ways with Microsoft ownership and becoming independent. We'll talk about that. And then the third topic, without further ado, you know what you came here for the third topic, for our one and only
Mr. Yellow chair.
The yellow chair strikes again. The yellow chair strikes again. Yes, and we'll do that as the third one. As exclude, and it goes into Monday's show about the whole exclusive stuff. You know, people need to grow up and just stop it. What? I'm not saying it.
Stop. Enough.
There we go. Stop enough. But let's talk briefly about this thing that just came hot off the presses. Hit that like button. Let me do these shout outs in here. Everybody coming on in. We got Fires and Flames. We got Maniolos. We got Nick. We got JP Loco, Cosmic Hero, Outside Gaming Night, LM. What's up, Mr. Tennis? Diablo Doc Man Arise. Buck Rogers in the house. Ryan, how you doing? Wild Wolf in the house. Big Razzle, Outside Gaming Night. Mod, how you doing? Jim D, VIP Grinder. RPG, 88 VIPs. Michael Moradian, VIP. Ace, VIPs. What's up, man? The VIPs in the house. Ice Queen Gaming, how you doing? BU says the Booty Cloud is in the house. The Tools are here. The Tool Man is here. He was in both spots at once, man. He was doing the two shows at the same time. Damn. Shashim, how you doing, man? I got to add you to the Gaming Grindhouse VIP list. And, if you want to get there, I'm going to be adding all the new VIPs to the new VIP list where we celebrate quality and Herman Holt's quality splits. True Virgil's there again. Shout out to True Virgil. He was in both videos as well. Man, True Virgil taking two at the same time. Holy shit, pause. He's an expert on that one, ladies and gentlemen. But shout out to the VIP grinders. You want to be a VIP grinder, hit that join button, and then you will be able to use these incredible emojis. What's up, Arzon Knight? Yes, catching us live. Yo, thank you very much. Thank you, man. I know, doing a little early today, trying to get some more of the global gaming grindhouse in here. So I'm glad that you're able to join in. Welcome, man. But yes, be a VIP, and you could use these awesome emojis and be adding a new one. We had Phil begging. We have Satya with the sad face. And then we have Evil Eyes Mark Cerny. We have Jim Ryan in retirement. And then we also have Phil Ness taking Joel Hammer Goal Club to the Series X console. There we go. Yep, that's right, BU. It's true. It's true. Toolman. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's wild. That's wild. But anyway, let's get back to... we're going to have the background of the What Grinds My Gears, because this is not news. This is just like a bunch of stuff today. We're going old school. We're going to go just grinding some gears today, because that's what we're doing here. So you never know what's going to happen. That's why you come here to the Gaming Grindhouse. You never know what's going to go on in my mind and what I'm going to say. You might get skits. You might get voiceovers. You might just get a rant. Who knows? I don't even know. It just goes where it goes. I interact with the chat, with the news, my reactions to what's on the interwebs, and then we rock. And that's what we do. And it comes with entertainment and some sound clips.
Mr. Yellow Chair.
Oh, man. He's going to be getting some goodness. Yeah, we're going to be giving them. And you got your chimes here. So, yo, what's up, Thrifty? How you doing, man? What's up, Freddie? So, the first thing that just came out right before the show here, Digital Foundry decided to stir up the nest and, just stomp Xbox while they're still down. Yeah, wouldn't you believe? Oh, my goodness. Who did this? Is this Maniolas? Look at this. Look at what we're doing here. Look at this. Look at Herman Holtz, man. Herman Holtz on his quality yacht. This just came through. Maniolas, Sharon. Herman Holtz. Hold on. I gotta make this bigger here. Oh, I didn't set up this one. Okay, I got you. This one I have to fix. You might have to. Okay, there we go. Oh, there it is. There it is. When he takes breaks from his yacht, quality splits. Let's hear about some of those games, Herman. But anyway, back to this. Just as I told you, dude. That's how he shows up to the studios. This is what happens. This is how he shows up to the studios, like this. Excuse me. It's about quality. Here's my chest hairs. This is what I'm talking about. I want quality. That's what happens. When your boss is not being booty, this is what shows up at the door. Chest hairs, usa machismo, in a robe. The quality games. We got to release this. I'm canceling your budget. This is Herman Holtz, quality splits. He knows quality, dude. If he can show up to the offices like this, he gotta be off his yacht. He gotta be doing something. No buttons. Yo, he has no buttons on this one. Usually when he has his third button undone, he means business. But man, dude, he's all chest hairs out right here. My goodness. There's a there's a let's see if we can find True Virgil. Where is he? I think True Virgil's down here. Oh, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, it's a messy Friday. Oh no. Oh no. What are we doing here? That wasn't even part of the topics. What are we doing here? Tub Herman. Yo, shout out to Michael Meridian for the 5 VIP grinders. Giving them out. There you go. See that? Ours on night. You came here live. You got the VIP membership. Welcome, man. So the Boyskis got it. The Nassim got it. He's enticing. Oh, damn. So let's go to see what I mean? You never know what's going to happen in the Grindhouse. So, yeah. So right off the top here. So Digital Foundry decided to say, yo, let's go to, let's compare streaming. Let's compare streaming, right? Let's compare xCloud, which is still in beta, compared to the PlayStation streaming service. We know now the streaming service, we've known this, has been 4K, right? 4K 60 for the streaming service. But it was reported, and this is what I mean. This is where we're going here. It was reported that apparently from their reports that, let me see if I grab this here. Here they are right here.
And to be blunt, the Xbox Cloud service, as it stands right now, simply does not compete with Sony's offering. In image quality, it's significantly worse for a start. xCloud appears to run with a maximum 1080p resolution video stream up against the 4K on PS Plus. The bitrate also is significantly lower in step with that resolution target, and it's clearly evident in just about every game you'd care to test. Take A Plague Tale Requiem as an example in its 60fps mode. In this chase across the fields, the native installed PS5 version comes out best, of course. The PlayStation Plus Cloud version, in the middle, puts in a decent result by comparison, but as we've seen, still succumbs to compression artifacts. But the turnout for xCloud, on the far right, is simply a huge further step down, especially with all the swaying grass, the fire, and the shaded detail of the house ahead. The image is simply prone to much more compression, and this bears out repeatedly across A Plague Tale's richly detailed grassy areas.
Oh no! We suck again!
You see this?
Hardware being used at the server end is not equivalent to an Xbox Series X spec machine. Rather, and despite using a Series X console locally to access the xCloud, in every case, I ended up connecting to an Xbox Series S equivalent console instead.
What?
Oh no! We suck again!
The lower bitrate.
Now, you know that I can really care less about the cloud. But for the amount of talking and the amount of years and the amount of xCloud and cloud is the future of gaming from Microsoft themselves, for them to be, they suck again, is telling. That's where we're going to grind the gears on that one, because they talked so much about cloud and this, and that's the future, and that's how we're going to get all these people. This company has not stopped talking about cloud until they start talking about AI. Now, somebody comes along, Sony, and does cloud better. How many times have we said this here? How many times I said their MO, Microsoft talks too early, drops it, fails, and somebody comes along and does it better. Boom. For the amount of talking that they've done on cloud, that's all we've done. Has Sony talked about cloud as much as Microsoft? Hell no. Years and years and years since the future, 5G on a phone, all this stuff. And we find out that it is running horrible and is running worse than their competitor that just started doing this last year. And they do it in 4K. They do it, and here it is. look at this. PlayStation's cloud service was introduced last October for PS Plus premium members, offering 4K streaming of PS5 titles in addition to old PS Now 720p and 1080p4 experiences. We've been critical of cloud streaming in the past as what to gain from the convenience. Now remember, PlayStation's Plus is only on their console, so it's not on phones yet. But Microsoft added it to their console as well. But we've been critical of cloud streaming in the past. As you gain convenience, you lose image quality and latency. So how does Sony compare to the native experience on the PS5? And what about Xbox's cloud offering, dubbed Project xCloud? The latter point threw up an interesting curveball during testing. Microsoft's servers are based on Series X Silicon, but the games being streamed are definitely Series S versions. What? They are running the Series S versions of these games. But I was told, I was told this. What I was told was this. I was told Xbox Cloud Gaming is now fully powered by the faster X hardware. When was this done? This was done October 7, 2021. We were told that Xbox Cloud Gaming is now fully powered by faster series hardware. Microsoft's gaming service is now fully powered by custom. Yeah, it's custom, all right. It's custom, all right. It's custom, all right. Yeah, it's custom. It's custom. It's an X running S games. That's how custom that shit is. It's running on custom Series X hardware. Microsoft tells The Verge. More. We got some more. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, they even Philness The Verge.
Philness.
The Verge that it completed the upgrade. They completed the upgrade in 2021, which improves both frame rates and game load times for players streaming Xbox games over the web. While Microsoft moved xCloud gaming to 1080p and 60 frames in the recent months, the company has yet to unlock the full potential of the custom X to deliver 4K streams. It's not clear when it's available, but Microsoft has been moving towards delivering xCloud gaming beyond just mobile devices and browsers. Dude, this is 2021. We are 3 years later. They couldn't get cloud out of their friggin' mouth, and they are falling behind already. And what's interesting is that Sony's version of the cloud is exactly the use case for the cloud. Per Sarah Bond, she said people want to try the games out before downloading them. And that's exactly what PlayStation Cloud does. That's where they saw their growth in cloud, was that it was the same customers. I showed this before in there. It's the same customers wanting to wanting to try the game out before downloading it. There you go. That's what it's for. So if that's what it's for, that's exactly what Sony has made their cloud. Stream the game before you download it. Meanwhile, Microsoft, they went around with this. Oh, we upgraded everything to the Series X hardware, but they're running the S versions of these games. What a friggin' scam, dude. What a scam. And guess what? In that amount of time, they increased the price of Game Pass Ultimate. How them apples?
You heard me right. Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals.
Let's see, Microsoft. What did you do? Let's see. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Let's see. When did that happen? Oh, look at this, grinders. Look at this. June 21st, 2023. Just last summer, Microsoft increased their price of Game Pass subscribers. Wow. More with less. Let's give you less and charge you more. That's what we're doing here. And this is just the traditional thing of Microsoft. They talk. The cloud is the future. The cloud is this. The cloud's going to get 2 billion gamers. The cloud wants to play Gears on their phones. The cloud wants to do this. The cloud. Sony don't talk anything about cloud, just does the cloud, and they do it better. That's what I mean. They talk too much. So Microsoft talks too friggin' much. And then look, and they increase the price and giving you still lower quality. Sony increased its prices, still cheaper than Game Pass Ultimate. Sony increased their prices of their service, cheaper than Game Pass Ultimate for the year, and added Sony Core movies to it and added 4K streaming with xCloud. 4K streaming to PlayStation. So they increased the price and added to it. Microsoft increased their price and gave you less. What a joke. What a waste of time and energy. And just think how many shows, how many influencers, how many articles were written about xCloud this. And it's like, oh, it's still in beta. Dude, Sony didn't have any goddamn beta. It just came out. It just came out, dude. It just came out. Done. We're done. Here. Here's bootleg. True Virgin. Want to see the real bootleg? Here he is. Here he is. Tell me. Here we go. xCloud gaming in 2024 poised for greatness. I don't know how this is a 2024 review when the article was written in 2022. I don't know what's going on here. What are we doing here?
What you watching, little bro? Caught you in 20K HDR 1200 FPS Super Nintendo iOS 49 Blu-ray ultraviolet radiation 1080p PlayStation 5.
I don't know how we're set up for greatness with xCloud 2024 review when this article was September 2022. Somebody needs to explain this. Poised for greatness. Well, I'm here in 2024 to tell you, again.
Oh no! We suck again!
They still suck. So let's talk about how this greatness was poised. This is what I mean. The poised for greatness. This is the real bootleg. See, you want to talk about the real bootleg? Here's the real bootleg. There you go. Microsoft says Game Pass, the service of all-you-can-eat games. One big component is cloud streaming, generally known as codename Project xCloud. They got code names and shit. They got code names and everything. Project xCloud, with many games coming with touch controls. Oh yeah, touch controls.
On their little gaga.
Xbox Game Pass cloud streaming is still technically in beta. That was 2 years ago. It's still in beta. It's still in beta now, by the way. Bootleg. It's still in beta now. It has yet to fill out all the major markets that Xbox is involved in. As such, we continually update this review in months and years ahead to reflect changes and improvements coming to the platform. How about none? Regardless, we thought we'd showcase the best of it. Look at this. Where do we got more? Oh, what happened to this? Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Family. Oh, remember this? The family. The family. Remember the family plan? Oh, for $5, I'll get all my friends on board.
I hope this isn't true.
I'll get my friends. Remember the family plan? What happened? They're rolling that out.
Would you ship that? What you just played?
Yeah, One of the biggest drawbacks of Versus is the latency superiority. GeForce Now and other services consistently best Microsoft. GeForce was better than Microsoft 2 years ago. But this is what I've heard, right? Since then, Microsoft has become something of a cloud powerhouse, hitting an astronomical market cap in a battle for service dominance with Amazon and others. It's for Xbox customers. Microsoft is gradually rolling out the ability to take your console experience anywhere. I remember the Azure servers were buried in the Atlantic Ocean. I remember they're in the ocean. Sony can't compete with the Azure cloud. Sony needs Microsoft's cloud. They need them. I remember all this hubbub. I remember all the Sony can't compete. I'm sure Bootleg mentions that in here. I'm sure we're going to talk about how Sony just can't compete. I'm sure that's in here somewhere. Where is that? Look. Here it is right here. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Microsoft has made apparent its desire to include all these games day one, which is a type of commitment that Stadia, PlayStation Now, and others failed to match. Microsoft has also partnered with EA to bring its classics to the service alongside various publishers. Then let's keep going. Some of these games have even been cloud aware, like States of Rage and Hades and Minecraft Dungeons. Oh, damn. Some of these games can be played entirely without an attached controller, with user interfaces scaled to match your smartphone's touchscreen. Wow, that sounds exciting. This is where xCloud really shines in my view. If you're gaming on your phone, chances are you don't want to bring around that additional peripheral,
number one customer,
which is also charged up and connected by Bluetooth. Yeah. Touchscreens. Xbox's ecosystems in general is far more cloud aware and cloud capable. I fire up Prey on my phone. My save files are there. Right away, I'm back in my current save. All of this and my friends are available to invite to games because they want to play with me who's tapping my phone screen. Yes, this is the future, everybody. This is what we're talking about here. Right away, I'm back to my save. My friends are grabbing ass. All of this works in a natural process in the Xbox ecosystem without needing an additional subscription. In addition to the $17 I'm paying every month to play this horse shit with my touchscreen phone. This is why it's worth it. Oh my goodness. Xbox cloud streaming has some incredible promise and works well for the most part. But there's a hurdles, technical hurdles that hurt it. Here's your strap-ons. Get them while you last and get your strap. Get them. Get them. There they are. This is the future, I was told. Twisted Sync with the 2. He goes, the receipts just keep coming this year, dude. Twisted, this is the year of receipts. My goodness. This is what we all, everybody in the gaming granddad, this is all the things that we've been waiting for. Everything they were talking about has come full circle. This is it. This is all it's been it. It's been all horseshit. It's been all just fluff up your ass. It's all just a waste of time. Because they do all this hyping in 2022. Here you go, the Rikishi. Everybody got the Rikishi. Shout out to RPG Gaming, RPG88 with a gifted grindhouse. Give that VIP to someone you love. There you go. Let them use that emojis. Look. There we go. And the bad thing is the quality of the service. Here it is. Oh, the cloud on 2.4 Wi-Fi and 5G and latency gaming on a hand. Oh, here we go. Remember this? Remember the Surface? Oh, my God. Remember this stupid scheme of a thing? $2,000 for 2 screens? 2 screens, no games? Oh, damn. Pause. What's that? What's going on there? God damn. That was the future. 2 screens, no games. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at all, man, this. I gotta have to blot all this out. This is all the strap-ons going on here. Whether or not Game Pass cloud streaming is worth the investment for an introductory price of $1. $1. However, makes it a damn easy way to try out. There you go. So look at the rating he gave it. Oh my goodness. That's a 4 out of 5 in 2022. A 4 out of 5. Whether or not, this is hilarious. This is the hypocrisy that we've saw with cloud. Whether or not Xbox Game Pass. Now, this was just an article that I just searched. This is not read. I did not know this existed, but you could go find Xbox and cloud, and they talked about it for the last 5 years, half decade. And they still suck. Here we go. You're right. I think I should cue the music. Hit me with the horns. Just tell me if this makes sense, grinders, please. And Crooked Vulture, thank you for another VIP grinder in the house. Sam Alton got it. We got him. Let's read this last paragraph together and read the rating. This is, remember, from 2022, and we find out in 2024 they still suck. Whether or not Xbox Game Pass cloud streaming is a worthwhile investment, though, today, it's entirely at your discretion. No shit. But for an introductory price of $1, however, Microsoft makes it pretty damn easy to try out. Dollar Bill Phil. Game Pass, 4 out of 5 stars. Four out of 5. They live 1 star, perfect star for an improvement. It's a 4 out of 5 right now. 4 out of 5. It's a 4 out of 5. It's a 4 out of 5. But you know what? For $1, try it out. Let me ask you something. If I told you something was a 4 out of 5, and I'm like, you know what? It's only $1. You could try it out. Does that make sense? A 4 out of 5 says you must buy it. It's like, oh no, this is just shy of perfection. You should go buy it. The bottom line is Game Pass Ultimate offers cloud. Oh, so the justification, cloud sucks, but Game Pass saves it. That's what we're talking about. However, it only costs $1 to try it out. So why don't we just say it only costs $1, try it yourself, screw the rest of my review? Right? That's what we should have said, right? You should have said it's only $1, go try it. Makes sense, right? Don't read the rest of this biblical and look at all these pictures of the strap-ons on the phones. It's only $1. Go try it out yourself. Don't take my word for it, because that's the conclusion that you drew. It's a 4 out of 5, 1 star from perfection, but go try it for $1. Really? Man, it must be perfect this year. That was 2 years ago. It was 1 star shy of perfection. Go try it out for $1. That's the bottom line. But then Sony comes in and just basically, I'll show you how cloud's done, bitch. And there you go. And that's the way it happens. And then you get Digital Foundry just ruined. They just took a piss in Microsoft's cornflakes this morning with this whole review on how trash it is. And there you go. It outperforms xCloud. But for the amount of talk and conversation, the amount of stuff, you would think they said Sony didn't have a chance. That's right, Ace. Excusing mediocrity because it's cheap. Sony didn't have a chance because Microsoft had the power of the cloud and Sony does not have the infrastructure to compete. That was all the rage. Microsoft does not have, what does it say? Sony does not have the infrastructure for cloud to compete with Sony, to compete with Microsoft. This is why this is so funny. See? Well, they're doomed now because Microsoft can outspend them. But what about the cloud? And Microsoft, and apparently Sony's using the Azure cloud. How are they using it better than Microsoft using it? Shake my head. Ridiculous. Let's see, did they do this back then? And here's the article. Look at this. PlayStation Cloud Streaming versus Microsoft Cloud Streaming. Image quality performance says. Plus, xCloud is now streaming Series S software.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Dude, this is wild. And you saw the video. It looks horrible. Look at the comparisons. Where's the look at this.
Of course, the PlayStation Plus cloud version in the middle
This is what they got. Which company talked about cloud until your ears fell off? It's still in beta. It's still in beta. A half a decade in beta. Phil, tell them. Phil, what?
Would you ship that? What you just played?
I wouldn't ship it, Phil, but you did.
Would you ship that? What you just played? Would you ship that? What you just played?
Build a great.
We ain't found shit.
There you go.
Spencer! Bill Spencer! Bill Spencer!
There you go. And he increased the price, too.
Yes! Yes!
That booty in his cross saves. Right down the knee. Right down the knee. There you go. This is it. So, there's your cloud comparison. Hot off the presses. Came just in. And look at this. 4K. And guess what else? Another feature, too, is that all your DualSense functionality functions with the cloud PlayStation experience. So if you just hit stream on your PlayStation, the DualSense functions exactly. Even HDR. I don't know if they covered that there's HDR. Let me see. Frame rate, latency test. Let's see how the latency was. Was Xbox better with latency? Oh my God, they weren't even either with that.
From input to on-screen response, that's adding 54 milliseconds of latency.
No, what was Xbox latency?
To the nearest server for each service. But the bottom line is, despite its FPS first-person shooter with a distinct muzzle flash on gunfire to work with the LDAT sensor. And in the end, I landed on Back 4 Blood, the Left 4 Dead spiritual successor. I took an average of 100 samples for each, again, and amazingly, the native installed results massively favor Xbox. We get 84 milliseconds on PS5 versus just 54 milliseconds on Xbox.
All right.
It's
so
a
Xbox
strange
wins
discovery
local.
that
What
bears
about
out
the
the
cloud?
snappier controls on Xbox. This is down to my position geographically to the nearest server for each service.
So their
But
latency
the
is
bottom
better on this game?
And after averaging 100
Because it's streaming
results
lower
between
resolution.
native PS5 gaming
So
and
that's
the cloud
the
version,
point.
the results are fascinating. On the game's
So you get the blurry picture, but a better
it's like
latency.
Halo
That's what's
Infinite.
going on. Oh my
Much
God!
like
look at
on a
this.
local Series S install, Halo Infinite is running here at a native 1920 by 1080 maximum on its 60 FPS performance mode, where we
Oh, it
expect
depends on server
1440p
distance.
on Series X. And then, jumping over to Gears 5, we're running at resolutions like 900p and under, again putting us in Series S territory. The point being, this isn't a problem on PS Plus cloud streaming, where you're guaranteed equivalent to a PS5 experience, at least before the streaming adds compression and latency. Potentially, it's a slight variation of a PS5 spec machine, but the performance level and the functionality of these games is intact. In this sense, the comparison between cloud services heavily skews in favor of PlayStation Plus. There will be cases of hitching owing to interruptions to the stream on PS5, but it's what you'd expect of video streamed over a network. As far as the hardware on the
It's crazy. It's insane. Like it is crazy because the cloud streaming is equivalent to almost a PS5 experience on the PS5. So it gives you the sense of you could try the game out before you download it. And that was the major case for cloud that Sarah Bond said. They did not see growth of new people. Instead, people just wanted to try the game out before downloading it or play it without downloading it. And that's exactly what PlayStation is offering. And Microsoft's offering of that is horrible at lower, horrible resolutions there. Playing on the S. So even if you own an X and you're playing on a Series X, the streaming to you is running off an S. How the hell?
Yes, I would like to have a refund.
That is crazy, dude. That is insane. How can they do cloud better, Microsoft? They're using your servers. Your Azure. Good job. Insane. Insane. But they're doing cloud exactly where cloud is meant to be right now. And I'm not a fan of cloud. I care less about cloud. But it's nice to click on it, try the game out before you download it. And Microsoft hasn't even perfected that. And they've been talking about cloud for friggin' 5 years. Insane. Insane. Now, what else is insane is imagine being purchased for $80 billion. Whoa, look at this. Wait, I got a background music for this one. Holy crap, look at this. Oh my goodness. Phil, before I even go there, I can't. Oh my goodness. Look at this line in their review. To be blunt, the Xbox Cloud offering simply does not compete with the PlayStation Plus premium service, which is cheaper, by the way, from a technological perspective for a multitude of reasons. Wow. Wow, wow, and wow. The image quality is significantly worse. 1080p against a 4K. The bitrate is visibly lower than the resolution target. And it's cheaper nonetheless. It's cheaper. Not only is the video stream lower quality on the Xbox Game Cloud service, but users are being served the Series S version of the game I tested, despite confirmation from Microsoft that xCloud data centers are built on Series X silicon.
Sign me, please.
Oh, damn. Hit that like button.
Tell me it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Make exclusive games and like. To my face, thank you, Phil.
Oh.
Xbox's hands of OSS first development. My name is Matt Booty. Here is your coffee order. 2 creams, 1 sugar.
Dude, they all champion this thing, Twisted Sync, man. They all hype this thing up. Look at this. Lies. What did they say? That tweet that they deleted? The lies will always be there for you. Xbox quote of the year. The lies will always be there. Well, there you go. There it is. They're serving you shit and telling you it's gold. Oh, man. That is none other than we need this, Green. We need it. It's Friday. They served you the booty drop. They served it.
Let me see that booty drop.
They served it up. Hot.
Booty drop.
They served it to you. Oh, goodness gracious. Satya, do you have something to say? Satya, please come into the grindhouse. Explain yourself.
Everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud. Everything that we are doing with our content,
what was that?
with our
spit it out.
Our cloud.
What? Satya, I can't understand
you. Doing with our content, with our our cloud and
damn, Satya, spit it out, man. Tell me exactly how you feel.
Oh no! We suck again!
Yeah. Xbox Gaming Cloud service is simply not on the same level as PlayStation Plus cloud streaming in terms of quality as it stands today. Compete. Oh, man.
Very best work in gaming. It's a core business for us. Games to more gamers on all platforms.
Nobody wants your cheap-ass, low-quality crap, all right? Keep talking and not delivering. All talk, overpromise, underdeliver. Microsoft's motto. That's them. Done. Done, and done. Trash. That's what they are. Goddamn waste of time. Keep talking. And that's the thing that grinds me up so bad, is that they talk so much about it. You think they're leaders. You think You think that they're the champions, that they have this technology that nobody could beat. You think they're the best, the way they talk about it and how they're going to change the world and all. Changing nothing. You suck. Play everybody, hey, you suck. You every which way. Game sales. Wait, let's go down the line, grinders. Let's go. Game sales. Console sales. Cloud. PC gaming. Windows Store. Mixer. Connect. HoloLens, VR and AR. And now with AI, that's the next one. Because they're done with cloud, now they're talking AI. Game Pass subscribers. Every pathway you go down, you're met with trash. That's the problem with them. Every which way. Then now they're back against the wall. Nothing left. Nothing left. And they're like, guys, let's just put Pentiment on PlayStation and the Switch. Put Sea of Thieves, the housefly that don't die. Put it over there. Do something about it. Do something about it. That's what they're saying. What's up, Jeremiah? How you doing? Every which way you go. Every which way in terms of quality. Phil, tell me about quality. I need to hear this again. The grinders need to hear it. When I think about Xbox, let me see. Not on the same level in terms of quality. Phil, what was that? What was that quote that you said in 2019 that you were working on it because you heard us? Phil, where is that? I gotta find the tapes. Where are the tapes? Where are the tapes, Phil? I need to hear the clarity of when you have this this quality here. And I need to know what are we talking about here? In terms of quality, not on the same level. Look at this. Phil, tell me about what?
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
That's always been a hit on the company on that. Whatever I hear.
On the company, really?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like,
no, Phil, it's always. It is always.
But now you have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is.
There you go.
And
thank you, Phil. And it's still fair to say, 5 years later, nobody thinks about quality when they think about Xbox, no matter which avenue you go down. Whether it's cloud. Oh, it's not about the consoles. It's about cloud. Remember, it's about cloud. Well, remember, it's not about consoles. It's not about cloud. It's by buying companies. It's about buying companies. It's about using all your Microsoft money in the world to buy people so that you could control them. That's what it's all about. Yeah, let's ask that. Toys for Big Bobby Booty. Big Booty Bobby's Toys for Big Booty Bob has claimed independency. Toys for... Oh, my goodness. I just knocked over my screen. Toys for Bob says, we... Peace. Thank you. $80 billion later. Nobody... They said this. They came in. Toys for Bob says they're gone independent. They just had a couple of layoffs, like 40 or so layoffs. They went remote. Toys for Bob was the people that made Skylanders and Crash Bandicoot. And $80 billion, Toys for Bob, they said, oh, I can't wait for Microsoft money to take Toys for Bob away from Activision and have them work on a brand new Banjo-Kazooie game. And here at the Grindhouse, we said, they have Rare sitting there making Sea of Thieves updates. Why don't they make a Banjo-Kazooie game? Oh, no, Toys for Bob is going to do it. They're going to buy them, and Toys for Bob, and then Toys for Bob, not even before St. Patrick's Day, walked in and said,
ain't nobody got time for that.
They said, we're done. They said, over the years, we're inspired and laughter. We have pioneered new IP with Skylanders, the Spyro Trilogy, Crash Bandicoot. And with that, we want to make the news even more exciting, and we are going independent. And we're leaving the clutch of Activision and Microsoft. Extremely supportive in their new direction. Dude, they said, we'll buy ourselves lunch. We don't need Microsoft mimosas. We don't want to be held by that. Now, listen, we look at this Activision Blizzard thing, right? Oh, Microsoft money can buy anything. Pete Hines left after Bethesda purchased them. Shinji Mikami left after Hi-Fi Rush. Mike Ybarra said, no thanks, I'm not coming back here. See you later. Now you got whole ass studios going,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
we're going to go independent. And then people are like, well, that's great. Now they don't need to work on Call of Duty. Well, if dirty ass Matt Booty owns they own the company, they could have went in there to Toys for Bob and gone, guys, you know what? We don't need you on Call of Duty. Go make your own game and take care of yourselves. Instead, they bought independency. So what does that mean? Well, that means that they're no longer owned by Microsoft. They're no longer owned $80 billion and the whole studio pieced out. And we're seeing this with Embracer. Now there's rumors of Gearbox doing the same thing. These companies, these studios don't want to be under these big umbrellas and be told what to do. So they're going independent with their IP going out. And Microsoft gets the IP, but now they're free of not being told what to do and they could be independent. So this means that whatever game they're making, they're funding themselves. And maybe they could use a publisher and stuff, but if they were going to use Microsoft, why wouldn't they just stay with them? This is where the confusion comes with this stuff. It's like, well, wait a second. If Microsoft could have just had them work on something and not work on Call of Duty, then why do they need to be independent now? But that's what they did. We're excited with our new direction, and we're confident that we'll continue to work closely together. Oh, nice PR right there. But we have seen this now. Just know what's happening is you're seeing with Embracer, you're seeing with these big consolidation firms, they're either shutting down studios entirely and letting them go, or they're basically killing IP. And some studios are like, if we have enough money, let's buy our independency. Let's get the hell out of here and not have our fate controlled by Microsoft or Embracer. Let's pay for independency. And that's what it sounds like they did. And now they're going to go fund their own game. They're going to go fund their own thing and build an identity and be independent. So the studio that you thought was going to make Banjo, maybe they can, but it's kind of strange. If they were making something with Microsoft, why wouldn't they just stay owned by them, and why would they be independent? Makes no sense. Cosmic Hero 270 with the 5. Thank you, man. He goes, also, Treyarch and the other Call of Duty studios want to do the same. This deal is crumbling down in front of us, and the bots are now regretting it. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. People thought that this ABK deal... Thank you, Cousin Hero, so much. And just like what you're saying and what we said here, between Frogs and I and everybody who's come on into the show, as well as that, I said that this ABK deal was done at such a pace of desperation. They didn't care. They never asked the Call of Duty devs and Treyarch devs if they wanted to make Nintendo Switch Call of Duty. They didn't even find out how much extra money that's going to be. What's that going to look like? Do they want to do that? They committed to this thing without even consulting them. And that was what Big Booty Bobby even said. They never consulted them, asking, like, when they made this promise about making games for the Switch. They just said, oh, we'll put it on Switch.
You're my number one
customer. You don't even own them yet. What are you talking about? Why are you making promises? Why? Makes no sense. And I said, this deal, they didn't do this deal and say, Nintendo's getting games day one. No. They were trying to buy them to hold all this. They said, Sony, we'll give you 3 years. We're keeping this. But because of the regulators, this deal got so diluted and so drawn out that by the end of this deal, their cloud games and IP for Activision is owned by Ubisoft. It's owned by Ubisoft. That's how desperate they were just to get this deal done. They said, we're going to put Call of Duty on a Switch without even asking them. They said, hey, NVIDIA, you know what? You can have all our games on your cloud service. Our cloud sucks. Apparently it does. They gave all their games to NVIDIA. Basically killing any they were competing with them in 2022 per bootleg. Now their games are on there. The content. In the war of services, content is king. Because content is why people subscribe to your service and buy your console. Content drives sales. Content drives growth. Content is king. When you take your content and go put it on other platforms, then you could maybe make some back-end money, but you're not making the same amount of money and subscriptions and grow your service because people could get your stuff elsewhere. We've done this so many times before. How many times are you going to say, well, if you're opening up a business and you want to grow and be popular, is the first thing you do is thinking about how you could put your product on other people's shelves? Like, what business will be successful in doing that? What business? You open up a store, you're selling PCs, or you're selling something special, you're selling bakery items, you're selling something. The first thing you want to do is get people into your store so you could sell. You're not worried about, oh, well, more people need to experience my product. Yeah, in my store, in my place. Now, when you get too big for yourself and you could spare giving it to other places, then do that as well. But you got to make sure that you grow your place as the place to be. You know, you don't do Georgetown Cupcakes and go, there's a line out the door. Everybody wants my cupcakes at Georgetown Cupcakes lined around the block because you come here for them. I'm going to open up more stores of Georgetown Cupcakes. But guess, as soon as you start taking your Georgetown Cupcakes and putting them in ShopRite, guess what happens to that line around the block? Guess what happens to your store traffic? And that's what Microsoft has done. They diluted everything. They have diluted their entire brand identity, and now they got their face down, ass up in the ET hole. Oh, shit, 3 Mile Island. I missed anything? Because I'm navigating 2 screens here. Sorry, 3 Mile. I'll get you. Hey, Judge, I think you missed my milestone chat. I'm going back. Did I? Oh, there it is. 3 Mile Island. I saw it. There it is. 3 Mile Island member for 22 months. Almost 2 years of VIP grind. He goes 70,000 million. The true scale of the ABK deal. 7 billion is the same as over 200 Spider-Man.
You're my number 1 customer.
200. Let that sink in. Yeah, right? Know how many games they could have developed and brought to you, even exclusively. These third-party deals that Mr. Yellow Chair has a problem with. Know how many games Microsoft could have brought to their platform with the amount of money they spent on Activision Blizzard? And that was my rant back in October when everybody was like clipping and going, oh, well, look how angry he is. And I'm like, you don't need to spend $70 billion to bring games to Xbox. And that's all what people are talking about. Like, oh, $70 billion to keep those games exclusive? That's what it should be. And it just makes no friggin' sense. Because they didn't do that before. They don't know how much they could have spent. You say, get Final Fantasy there. No, they could have bought all the Final Fantasies. But they're not willing to. And that was always the problem I had with Xbox fans. Why, when they used to do this, why do you sit here and accept that they choose not to spend their money to benefit the customer? Why are they not spending money to bring you games? You've been asking, you've been saying it for years. Phil, we want the games. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Fingers crossed behind his back. I hear you. Because buying Activision was not bringing games to Xbox. And I think a lot of people have seen that now. And they're watching this thing just fall apart. Toys for Bob was going to make Banjo. They were going to fix Blizzard. Blizzard was going to get fixed. They fixed them. They got rid of the whole company and canceled their game. And just said, you're going to work on DLC. And got rid of their president. That's what they did. They were going to fix Blizzard. Oh, they're going to fix Blizzard. The only benefit I heard out of this whole deal was for Big Booty Bobby cashing out and getting paid at the end of the year, and Lulu cashing out. Those are the only two people that made out of the deal. Now Microsoft's set with all this stuff, all this IP, nowhere to sell their game because nobody buys it. And now you got to depend on your competition to succeed or to be financially stable. This is where they're at right now. And that's right, Cosmic. Like I have to say, like you're seeing people see exactly what we said was going to happen. And yes, LM says Blizzard has been dog shit since that. Well, they were put out to the curb then. That's right, LM. That's where they went. But LM, do you remember Microsoft was going to save them? They were going to save them. They were going to get Blizzard out of its way because Bobby Kotick had the dirty hands on it. They were going to save them. They got rid of half of them. And then Lulu. That's the only one I know. Lulu cashed out. Lulu cashed out. He's like, I'm out of here. Thanks, all you simps on Twitter. Lulu. Well, who knows if there are going to be more studios that do this? We don't know. Are there going to be more studios that are going to be pulling the plug? Are there going to be more studios to do this stuff? I don't know. But all I can tell you right now is this ABK deal, it has turned them into a third-party company. It has made them now pursue putting their old games or their exclusive games, once exclusive, on other platforms. And remember, Call of Duty is guaranteed for 10 years at least, a decade, to be on a PlayStation and on a Switch for 10 years. They saw, remember the 10 year, oh, they're just 10 years. Do you remember that? You remember they were just like, oh, it's only 10 years. Don't worry, it's the long game. They're playing chess. Everybody else is playing checkers. Remember that? Aaron, you were there. Aaron was the one leading that. You were there. Imagine that. Oh, it's only 10 years. They'll be fine. This is a chess play. This is a long-term play. We're not even out of February yet, and this shit's falling on its face. Oh, they're going to have the Toys for Bob make banjos and Battletoads. This is great. Meanwhile, Rare's over there making goddamn Sea of Thieves content, putting a friggin' meanwhile, Rare's putting the Sea of Thieves on a PlayStation. Imagine that. Oh, they're gonna save everybody. This 10 years. Don't worry. This is. It's a ruse. It's a ruse. That chart was dude. Wait, think about the chart. Oh, mindshare. Sony has 80%. We have that little slice at 3. What does this do? You're basically, remember that clown with his stupid pie chart? Remember? Remember the chart pie? Oh, Sony dominates in this. You put that. That was a ruse because all you were doing was saying, well, you're going to put your games on that blue part right now. But I'm telling you, what's up, Consumptive Soul? You're not late. We're just talking about Toys for Bobby, Big Booty Bobby. That's all we're talking about right now. Talking about Big Booty Bobby toys. That's the only toys he got is Bobby Kotick cashed out. That was the benefit of this whole Activision deal. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. You got, there you go. And you want to know what else? What's wonderful about this? You want to hear this? This is how they announced it. Where's that? Where's that announcement? Where's that? Here it is, right here. Shout out to Zuby. Zuby got that. But where's their little statement here? Because this was one, oh, come on now. Paywalls? Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Look. In addition to becoming independent, this is how they announced it. As of March 4th, there will be the final content update for Crash Team Rumble. Now, let me take you back just a little bit, Grinders. If you remember, Crash Team Rumble came out in June of last year. And if you were listening closely to the Gaming Grindhouse, I said, all these Xbox fans are going crazy about Activision Blizzard King. And nobody is excited. And they even celebrated Mr. Aaron Greenberg with his little X and Crash Bandicoot. They were hyping up Crash Bandicoot being owned by Microsoft, and Sony don't got it. You remember that? In June, Crash Team Rumble came out. And there wasn't one peep about anybody even playing this game. But they hyped up the fact that they're going to own Crash Bandicoot. They were so invested in Activision Blizzard King reading court documents and hyped up Aaron Greenberg owning Crash Bandicoot that the brand new Crash came out in June. And I remember going, I'm like, they love Crash and they love ABK so much that I haven't seen one person talk about this game. Well, obviously nobody talked about it. There was even in beta, I remember, this game. Oh, screw foam stars. We got Helldivers too. I don't need foam stars. See, that's the difference, Aaron. When you bank your whole life on single games that come out and either you hope that they're a hit and they fail, that sucks. But when you have failures and then bangers, who cares about the failures? Because you got the bangers to offset the failures. Microsoft don't have any bangers. They just got failures. That's why they suck in everything that they're doing. So there's your logic right there. I don't need to talk about foam stars because I'm playing Helldivers 2. And then if Helldivers 2 falls off, I guess what? Final Fantasy. I don't need. And then Grand Blue. I'm finishing. See, that's what happens when you have a flow of content and quality. You don't need to bank all your eggs on Starfield. Is it going to hit? Is it not? One game. Is that one game going to do anything? And the one game fails and everything fails. They don't have a backup plan. That's the problem. Back to Crash Bandicoot. Crash Team Rumble content update. So, nobody talked about this game. March 4, 2024, the final content update for Crash Rumble. The core game will be live and players will have access to the free Battle Pass that includes 104 items. I don't even think this game is in Game Pass yet. This will include all the content from seasons 1 to 3. Additionally, Crash coin purchases will be turned off. And the players, so they're basically just saying, yep, you're done. We're independent. Keep Crash Team Rumble. We'll keep the servers on. Microsoft will pay for them. We out. So tell me again how this is all just they're going to still work on something with Microsoft when they're basically abandoning Crash. Their latest Crash game, they're gone. You're right, Aaron, you're right. Starfield didn't hit. So talk about Redfall then, please. True Virgil's favorite game. Well, Redfall. Let's talk about how that game was. Yeah. Uh-huh. What about Forza Motorsport? Let's talk about Forza Motorsport. Let's do that one too. Hit after hit, right? Hit after hit after hit. Yeah, you're right. Not just one game. A whole shitload suck. Flush them. True SSJ Havoc, $2. He goes, to that moron, Foam Stars is made by Square Enix. Oh. He got him.
What you watching, little bro? Caught you in 20K HDR 1200 FPS Super Nintendo iOS 49 Blu-ray Ultraviolet Radiation 1080p PlayStation 5.
Body slam. It's not even made by PlayStation. But Starfield is owned. And then guess what? Starfield cost them $7 billion to deliver you that trash. Actually, you know what? I want to thank you so much for making me bring up something that I wasn't on the list, but I wanted to bring it up anyway. This will be our little interlude before we get into Mr. Yellow Chair and all his comments.
Mr. Yellow Chair.
The fact that Starfield came up in the gaming grind, you know what? There's something I wanted to talk about. Thank you for bringing it up. I appreciate it. Because you're not going to like what I got to say about this one. Because this is where the difference is.
You're my number one customer.
You want to see the difference? Let me show you the difference between these two companies. Let me show you the difference between these two games. Watch this. Let's see. Helldivers is hitting it crazy, going wild, all this stuff. And then they got a little video like this. Where is this? Look at this. Look at what they're adding. I see the mechs. And did I save it? Did the people not? Where's my Helldivers? I like to show it because I don't want to not show it here. Let me show it. but I just saw that today. That now, apparently, oh, it's in my profile here with a like. Let me go here. So, let me see. Yeah, where is it? There it is. Apparently, they're dropping stratagems. I don't know how good this video is here. They show the mechs, and now look at these stratagems now. Now they got warthogs in the game. They're dropping stratagems in there of vehicles. Service games. This new content, new abilities to play, new strategies in a game that's already oozing with quality and excitement. Look at what, look at content. The mechs are coming. Look at a service game, what the service game does. Now let's go to a game that was not billed as a service game, but is being treated like one, with our good friend Starfield. Now, let's go see what Starfield updates are, because you know that was a $70 game we're talking about. Here are their updates. Let's see what they have to do. Let's see. Bethesda's, oh man, on March 6th, they're going to be putting their next update into Steam beta. Welcome to being second-class citizens, Xbox console owners, yet again. Steam gets to try out all the updates before you do. Congrats. Good job, Microsoft. It's all about one ecosystem, right? Yeah, it's a one ecosystem. So what are these updates? They're going into beta. Well, join Xcloud in the beta. Here we go. This update focuses on quality of life improvements and bug fixes. Wow. That sounds exciting, doesn't it? They got to beta test quality of life improvements and bugs. They got to beta test the bugs. What have you been doing all these years? We're beta testing bugs. Beta testing bugs and quality of life improvements in a game that came out in September. We're in March. Let's see what these improvements are. I'm sure there's a great amount of content for this game, right? Wow. They're adding expressions to the photo mode. Now you can make your character and your companions match the mood of your shot. Look at this trash ass. They got to beta test this. The beta. This is in beta. Six months in. 6 months more. Welcome, El Nini, to the VIP Grinders. But wait, there's more. They're also improving the scanner so you can continue to monitor the world while you're harvesting resources. This is not fake, Nick. This is not fake. These are the improvements that they're making in a game from September. Remember, they promised updates. And not the less, this is going in Steam beta. They gotta beta test this. This is from their official tweets. This is not fake. Here are some highlights. Now you could set course on an inactive mission will now make it active. Hot damn. Hot damn. Look at these updates. Ready for your next mission? Setting course on an inactive mission will now make it active.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy
Oh,
Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
These are the updates that they're bringing for a game. March 6th, they're beta testing these updates. You select an inactive mission, it makes it active. My goodness. Revolutionary. Revolutionary has to be beta tested in Steam. So Xbox fans, you're not getting these amazing improvements just yet. They got to test these out. So for right now, when you click on an inactive mission, it's going to stay inactive. So just wait for them to test it out on PC. Sorry, second-class citizens. And to finally bring this update to a close in this incredible $70 game, they tracked down David Barron. And other fixes include the issue causing the player's head to turn left while sprinting. Dude was the exorcist. They are including, they have to beta test a player with his head turning left while sprinting and issues preventing temples from appearing correctly. Is this a comedy show or not? This is real. This is real. This is what they treat their games with. This is the game of the generation, launched in September, March 6th, beta update only for Steam users. Xbox guys got to wait on this. They are fixing a guy's head from turning left when he's running and making starborn temples appear, preventing the temples from appearing correctly, among many others. We hope this update will improve your experience in Starfield. And there's more bugs. So this dude was running around looking left. Still keep doing the cartwheels, right, Ryan? They're still doing the cartwheels. But I hope you appreciate this interlude of how one company treats updates and the other. Member for 11 months, JC 2013 goes, killing them as usual, Jez. Keep up the great content. Hey, thanks, man. It doesn't take that much, JC. It doesn't take that much. This is from their official post. It does not. They need to test this. And what was Bethesda saying? What was? Let me see. What were the updates? Guarantee. What were those? Still don't have mod support for the game. No mod support. Game came out September, no mod support. And here you go. In December, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies, Todd. In December, Bethesda teased a string of updates, including roughly every 6 weeks, introducing everything from city maps to mod support to all new ways of traveling. Every 6-week updates. The dude's getting facial expressions and they're fixing a guy who's looking left when he's running straight. And they had their biggest update yet in January with 100 fixes and visual improvements. That's where they added light and shadows. $7 billion for this trash. $70 game for this trash. This is how you support the game? People want new ways to traverse. They want new planets. They want new experiences. They want something bigger and newer for this game. What about the DLC? What are you doing? You're adding emotes? Making an inactive... you click on an inactive mission and you make it active. Huh? Well, I hope you appreciate this interlude of how one company treats their games and how another one treats their games.
You're my #1 customer.
But now talking about quality, you may want to put your fingers in your ears for this one. True SS, well, after I read these chats, True SS J Havoc with the 5, he goes, BGS has fallen from a company I used to love.
You're my #1 customer.
Such a shame. I've loved Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3. What happened? This is embarrassing. It is. True. It's sad. Because even if you look at Todd Howard and how he treated Fallout 4 and its release and how proud Starfield, he released his game and he took a hike. He left. And actually, come to think about it, Todd Howard really has gone downhill in the sense of his excitement, because now, you know what, guys? He's excited for something else. Like, there's something going on with him. Because this, I wanted to show this again for another little interlude here. Where is it? Right here. We come to our infamous Grindhouse gaming video here. Todd Howard, somebody got to check in on him. Grinders. And True SSJ follows up with a 2. He goes, don't even get me started on Skyrim. Oh, damn, pause. And then I'll get the Toolman Super Chat. As we read Toolman Super Chat, somebody got to check in on Todd Howard. Aaron, maybe you could do it. Maybe you could check in on him. Because the dude is not excited about his games anymore. If you look at the Gaming Grindhouse video, it's exciting to work over at Microsoft. True Virgil's favorite song is in the background as they're doing cartwheels and everything through the studios. There they go. There's a little instance of Todd Howard here. Somebody got to check in on this man. I know he likes driving cars, but something's awry. Not this, though. It's normal to drive scooters in the friggin' hallways. And the 3-ring circus. Here he comes. Mr. Cartwheel himself. Yep, get that work done. But this, if you go slow motion, if you cartwheel call, that's what we call them. If you go slow motion in this, there's something a little disturbing. Todd Howard is seen in this video. Todd Howard is seen here. Let me see if I can get it. And he's not excited. They're playing this. Where's Todd? And then they're writing carts in the hallway here. And what do they do to get the mail? But there was one here. There it is. Somebody got to check in on this man, because what I was looking at, and why my stupid things come up? I don't want these here. But Todd Howard goes by. If you watch this in normal play mode, it looks like he's looking at a game. Look, he's pointing. Do you see that? Well, let's go back here. It happens very fast, but watch Todd Howard here. He points to something. Todd Howard. What is he pointing at? A new game? Is that new capture? What is he pointing at? He is pointing at a soda machine. What the hell are we doing here?
Hold on.
Okay.
He is pointing to a soda.
Oh, no. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Why is he pointing to a vending machine? Is he spotting the Phil Ness on the shelf? What are we doing here? He looks like he's saying, holy crap. Todd Howard is pointing to a soda machine. Look at the amazement on this man's face. Look at the shock. And I lost it. Back. Look at the amazement. Oh, messing up that thing. Look at the amazement on his face, dude. Dude, point, look, it's slow motion nonetheless. Point to the vending machine in slow motion. Somebody got to check in on this man. Oh, Dr. Pepper. It's like, oh, Phil Ness. They put Phil Ness. They stocked Phil Ness in the vending machine. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this man is pointing to a vending machine in a game developer video about games. LM wants to see Cartwheel Call again. There he is. By request. Oh, I'm going to buy that game. I'm buying this game. Whatever this guy's working on, I'm buying it. Pre-ordered. And Todd Howard pointing to a vending machine. Why is this man pointing to a soda machine? I don't get it. But let this clown music be an introduction. Let it be an introduction. Let it be an introduction for our last and final segment of the evening. Grinders, you know who it is. You know, and I know. And because of that, here he is. That's not him. Here he is.
Mr. Yellow Chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Mr. Yellow Chair to you. So, let's see what the hell is going on here. First, Final Fantasy VII seems to be a... Final Fantasy VII seems to be grinding a lot of gears of everybody. Let me get to these super chats, and then we'll get to Mr. Yellow Chair. Hit that like button, Grinder. Over 300 people coming on in here. Let's go. Phil Ness branded cola said Xbox salt flavored. True SSJ. You get the two. He goes, Phil Ness branded cola, Xbox salt flavored. That's right. He's like, oh, the Phil Ness is stocked. They stocked the Phil Ness in here. And then Tool Man, 25 months, over 2 years of the tools. We got the tools in the grindhouse, 2 years. Xbox still waiting on them. We got frequent PS5 updates. Where are the series console updates? We have rarely heard for any of them. Exactly. Not only are they supporting their games, they're supporting their console as well. Xbox said they tweaked their dashboard. Nassim, member of 6 months, he goes, Phil Ness with the exclusive port beggar. Yeah, well, talking about port begging. Let's hear it. Without further ado.
Possible. And I hope this is really freaking cool. This is a great series. I understand why it's so beloved by so many people and people are so excited for it. But then that brings up the problem. You can only play it on PlayStation 5.
Excuse me. That's a problem. Continue.
Yep.
And the Xbox...
And that guy said, yep. First off, Uncle Gamer. That was his original name, Paris Lily. Uncle Gamer. He was an Xbox podcast. Then he went to Game Attack Radio and came back to that. Now he's on Xcast.
You're my number one customer.
He ate lunch with Phil and Aaron Greenbergs. He hosted the Xbox show. He's an Xbox fan that plays on PC. That's it. All right? And this is his opinion. But you want to know what? Exclusives matter. I don't see that as a problem. Because it wasn't a problem when people were spending $70 billion and buying whole-ass publishers and saying, oh, now it's mine. But Sony supporting a game and supporting its development and getting the perk of getting this game on their platform after they supported it, they marketed it. That's a problem. But going in there and just slapping down $80 billion to buy games that are once everywhere, or $7 billion to get games that were being built everywhere, and going in there and saying, don't make Redfall, don't make Starfield. Nobody had a problem with that. When the developer said, they came in there and said a big cancel it with a big C or big stop, enough. They came in there and Booty went,
stop.
Enough.
Don't make Redfall anymore for PlayStation. Don't make Redfall for stuff. They went in there. The games were being developed multi-plat, and Microsoft spent $7 billion to make them exclusive by buying the whole ass publisher. How do you compete with that? They didn't just spend some sort of money to get it as a timed exclusive. They bought the whole kit and caboodle to make it exclusive and stopped development on PlayStation. That wasn't a problem. Nobody had a problem with that. But when Sony does it, it's a problem.
Community was pretty vocal about that this week, that how bummed out they were that this great game, if they don't have a PlayStation or a PC, by the way, you can't play this game. I mean, if you don't have an Xbox.
You could play the first one on PC.
Mr. Yellow Chair.
Stop. Enough.
Or a PC is what I'm saying, but you can't play this game. Yeah, and it sucks. Just flat out, it sucks. And to your point, Remake isn't even on Xbox right now. And my thing just comes to this. It is coming from a third-party publisher. We obviously see everything that's going on in the industry right now. I hope this is the last time we see something like this. In the sense that we got to have these games, especially the third-party ones that I'm talking about specifically. We got to have them on every platform that you possibly can. It's almost criminal that a game this good that is just getting universal 10 out of 10 praises across the board, right?
Oh, whoa, wait a second. I thought when he was talking about Starfield, it had to be a 10 out of 10. A must play had to be a 10 out of 10. When Starfield had to be a 10 out of 10, it had to be a 10 out of 10, and it was exclusive. There was no, you can't play this if you have a PlayStation. Starfield, he's the lead reviewer for Starfield. A 10 out of 10 it had to be. But it wasn't upset if that game, because guess what? That game wasn't a 10 out of 10. Nobody gave a shit about it. But guess what? Sony gets games that people care about, and now it's a bad thing. Now it's a bad thing. Oh, no. It's so not fair that a great game like this is not on Xbox. Get used to it, because great games aren't on Xbox. Ass. Like, there you go. When you think it, Phil has it right here. He tells you right here. Get Phil, when you tell him right here?
I hope this is not true.
No, it is damn true.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You're my number one
because
customer.
What you should be saying is, this game is so amazing, it's worth buying a PlayStation to go play it. Why is that such a bad thing to say? And secondly, why would you bring this game that's not available on any Xbox and make it a topic on the Xcast podcast? Shouldn't you be talking about the deep dive of Hellblade 2? Shouldn't you be talking about the incredible gameplay that you just saw for Avowed? Shouldn't you be talking about the incredible new experiences in Indiana Jones? No, because Microsoft gave you nothing about those games. They gave you a son of a bitch doing a cartwheel in a hallway and Todd Howard pointing at a vending machine. That's what they gave you. So that's why you have nothing to talk about or hype up about those games, because Microsoft gave you nothing. Instead, let's go talk about the game that everybody's talking about, but nobody on Xbox could play. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Because when I saw that stupid wiping Jigglypuff's ass in Pal Worlds, they're like, go buy an Xbox to go wipe Jigglypuff's ass in Pal Worlds in preview on Game Pass. So you're telling me I should go buy an Xbox, subscribe to Game Pass, play a game that's in preview to wipe Jigglypuff's ass. Whereas, that's not wrong, but if you just got to go buy a PlayStation to play this incredible game, a 10 out of 10, oh, that sucks. That sucks. But me doing all that shit to wipe Jigglypuff's ass in goddamn Pal World, that's fine. That's crying, Aaron. It sucks. Boo. We need the sad music. We need the, where is it? It just sucks. A game is so good but can't be played. Yeah.
10 out of 10 praises across the board, right? Can only be played on one platform right now. And you have a section of the gaming audience that's on the outside looking in. And they're hoping that maybe in May or June, it'll come to PC. And
they're hoping. Anybody hoping about Sea of Thieves? Was there any hoping about Pentiment? Any hoping? Stop begging. Don't be sorry. Be better. Because we were talking big talk last year. Oh, man, big talk. $80 billion. Sony can't compete with Microsoft money. Now they own all these IP and Wolfenstein and this and that. And they got all these games now. They got Call of Duty. They got all of Activision's lineup coming to Game Pass. They got Diablo. Everybody was big puffing their chest. Everybody running around going, when we play, we all win. Just not on PlayStation and Switch. Really? Oh, it's the games everywhere. Just not on PlayStation. It's everywhere. Just not on PlayStation. But you could go play Starfield everywhere. It's everywhere. Go play it. No, it's not. And when people came out and asked why Starfield not coming to PlayStation, people said go buy an Xbox. They came out and shouted from their chest going, deal with it. I'm telling you, it's not time exclusive. Aaron Greenberg himself was coming out there and going like, it's on Xbox. Deal with it. Go buy an Xbox. It's not timed exclusive. None of this, I feel bad. And you want to know why you didn't feel bad? Because the game didn't do well. And nobody cared about Starfield. And it dropped. How did it go again? That's about right. How Starfield went. It went down. Nobody was asking for it. It wasn't 10 out of 10. Lead reviewer. It had problems. Still has problems. But just happens to be that great games. Did you ever think that game may be a 10 out of 10 because the company that has the game on their platform actually gave a crap about it and went over there and ensured the quality and sent the support and marketed it and showed the gameplay and showed more of it and got people hyped up and made sure that game took advantage fully of their platform? Did you ever think it benefited from that? Actually, if you ever think it benefited from that, let's go ask the goddamn developer themselves. Let's see. Did you ever think this? Final Fantasy producer Yoshida here goes, Final Fantasy being one of Square Enix's very important franchises up there with Dragon Quest and Kingdom of Hearts. When we do begin development, we approach multiple platforms, multiple companies about releasing the game. And when you approach them, they're going to come back with their offers. That said, from a developer and programmer perspective, limiting development to one system makes it not only easier on us, but allows us to apply and optimize it. And that allows us the ability to maximize performance for that one system because we're only concentrating on that one system. On top of that, Yoshida says the team gets a lot of help from the first party, PlayStation in this instance, and its developers and programmers who help CBU3 maximize the game's performance. It allows us to create the game that we wanted to and makes it easier for us to do that. But we're not done there, Mr. Yellow Chair. We're not done there, Mr. Yellow Chair, because why would we listen to some biased Sony developer that's working with Sony? Why would we listen to somebody like that and not get think that it's a biased opinion and all that other stuff, right? We're not going to stop with that developer. Well, you know what? Let's go to somebody that hits a little home to you. Let's go somewhere that may spark a little bit of understanding here, because we're going to speak in your little Xbox language here. Let's go see here. Let's not take my word for it, But let's listen to this guy. Let's see this guy. Oh, where were the it sucks with this article, Mr. Yellow Chair? From Mr. Todd Howard himself. He gets excited about sodas, but let's see what he had to say. I think the PlayStation 5 is an insane machine. They've done a great job and had great success on PlayStation. On the podcast, Mr. Howard said, from a development side, I like the ability to focus. So our ability to focus and say and have help from them, the top engineers at Xbox to say, we're going to make this look incredible on the new system is, from my standpoint, just awesome. He added that Bethesda has a lot of experience making console games exclusive to Xbox, citing the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, which was never seen on a PlayStation port since 2002 launch, and the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. That game was initially on the Xbox 360 exclusively for a year until it was ported to the PlayStation 3. Yep, he's one of theirs. Oh, focused development on a single platform. I don't think any more needs to be said, but let's listen to more of this comedy show.
Eventually come to Xbox. We got to stop doing that. We just simply do. When I see people talking about that online, I'm nodding my head. I go, yes, I agree. It 100% should be on Xbox right now. I understand there's timed exclusivity things. You pay for this, you pay for that. You got to stop doing it. And I know that Xbox last year has started having a better working agreement with Square Enix, and now we're going to start seeing more Square games come to the Xbox platform. Like even during the Developer Direct, I'm blank. What is it? Not Chrono Trigger. What the hell am I thinking of? The game that showed them.
Oh wow, what a great deal Microsoft made. He didn't even know what the hell the game is. Wow.
Everything that we are doing with our content, with our
that game that they made a partnership with.
Stop! Enough! We have the Mana game.
Visions of Mana.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
That's what it is. Oh, good job. Good job. Didn't even play Final Fantasies and even know the game.
That game as an example. But
that game.
We need a big AAA Final Fantasy VII remake, and Rebirth should be on Xbox. I am hoping that Xbox is working with Square to get that on the platform as soon as possible. And I hope moving forward, we don't see
Yeah. I hope it stops. But let's hear him when he's on.
What I've said from the get after that acquisition got announced. Again, go back to the Major Nelson podcast. If you look at what Phil Spencer said then, they're hands off until it's 100% official. They clearly know what they're working on, but they're not going to talk about it, promote that. So you're not going to see this heavy push from Microsoft Game Studio or Xbox Game Studio, whatever it's called, about Bethesda titles. Now, let's just jump into Rumorville a little bit. Like, look, we know Deathloop is coming. That will be on the PlayStation 5 and all that. It is rumored that Wolfenstein 3 comes this year, which, again, timeline-wise, makes a lot of sense.
What I'm hearing is, what I heard is, what I'm hearing is, what is rumored is hopes and dreams for Xbox. Hopes and dreams.
Put that on PlayStation, of course, because that's incentive to get camera in place.
Here we go.
But something like Wolfenstein 3, a big shooter IP that, great story, campaign, single-player shooter.
What I don't understand is why, with this great game, this is a great time to buy a PlayStation is not the conversation, or wait for it to come to PC. But hear his strategy here of how they're making games exclusive. Now, remember, these games were third party already, but Microsoft bought them. This is worse than just buying a timed exclusive. This is worse. They own the whole company, so you'll never, ever going to get it.
Why in the hell would they want to put that on PlayStation? Of course, because that's incentive to get people to subscribe to Game Pass. That would be the start of it.
Incentive.
I will look at
Interesting.
Starfield down the road.
Where was incentive in the cry fest that he was crying on Xcast with?
Yes.
It wasn't incentive. It was sadness. It sucks. What about incentive? Now it's incentive.
There's no way they're going to put that on a PlayStation platform. They're going to make it exclusive. Like I said back at the acquisition, I'll say again, $7.5 billion. Again, go listen to that Major Nelson podcast. Listen to what Phil Spencer is saying just about how they presented it to Satya and Nadella, got them on board, how now even at the senior executive level, bonuses are tied into the success of Game Pass. Why would you want to put every incentive you possibly can to get people to subscribe to that service, right?
Love all this incentive. But when Sony does it with with Final Fantasy, a great game, he's talking about a rumored Wolfenstein game. He's talking about a game that doesn't even friggin' exist. He's talking about a rumor. We actually are playing Final Fantasy VII right now. Right now. And he reviewed it and said it's incredible game. Incredible game. He should be saying this is an incentive to go buy a PlayStation. But here, he's talking about a game that doesn't even exist. He's talking about some future promises. They got to be exclusive for incentive.
A large part of that is you just bought a publisher and all their studios and all their intellectual property, but you're not going to change anything? Makes 0 cents. 0 cents. So
What you watching, little bro? Caught you in 20K HDR 1200 FPS Super Nintendo iOS 49 Blu-ray Ultraviolet Radiation 1080p PlayStation 5.
Oh, yes, 100% they're going to make all these major games, unless it's an MMO type game or unless it's already an existing game, it's going to be exclusive to the Xbox platform. And that's why you spend $7.5 billion to.
Yeah, about right. He says it's just his opinion. That's his fallback now. It's like, well, why are you coming at me for this? Like, why are everybody on Twitter going and doing all this stuff? Because it's his opinion. Dude, just say what you are. Stop talking about gamers. Like, stop being fake. Because I think everybody got a real taste of their own medicine when everybody's like, when we all play, we all win. Until they started putting their games on PlayStation, all of a sudden that rhetoric of when we all play, we all win went by the wayside. Everybody's like, oh shit, I shouldn't be saying that. Yeah. And he was the one that held up Horizon going, bring it all to PC. Bring it all to PC. Why was it incentive to subscribe to your service, to bring them to your platform when you had the Bethesda deal? But now Sony actually has a game that is reviewing well, that is great. See, the problem with them is that they talk about this vision of the future. They talk about all these games that are a Wolfenstein rumored. Oh, it has to be exclusive. A rumored Starfield. A rumor. When Sony's actually, you're playing the game right now. It reviewed well. Like I always said, they could talk about these games, but are these games going to be good? They talked about Starfield for years before it came out. It's going to be incredible. It's going to change everything. It's going to do this. And then it came out and it went to shit. You know, it takes a lot to show a game, to market a game, and to actually have a game come out and get reviewed well and get the reception. Helldivers 2, excellent example. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, excellent example. We're at the point where we're playing it. It's here. It's real. Go get a PlayStation today to go play it. We're not talking about promises of games in the future. A rumored Wolfenstein has to be exclusive. This is what they lived on. They lived on rumors and hopes and dreams of Xbox, and they never came to fruition. So they came up with new hopes and dreams. But a lot of people woke up when Microsoft just started putting their games on PlayStation. And now it's like, well, we're doing it, so now we could beg now for Helldivers 2. It's just right. Oh, we could beg now for Final Fantasy. It's okay to beg for Xbox now because Xbox is handing out its games. No, it's not. Xbox is handing out its games. They gave Nintendo Banjo-Kazooie before they don't even have a Banjo-Kazooie game in development. Microsoft don't care. They don't care about the console. And when you say that Microsoft is making these deals, you hope. You should be putting pressure on them going, Microsoft, this is what needs to be said. Microsoft needs to be getting these games. Where is Microsoft's version of Final Fantasy? Where's their quality, incredible RPG game? Where's their identity? Same thing with Stellar Blade. Sony saw that game. They marketed it. They're like, yep, we want that on our platform. Where's the visionary at Microsoft that's finding these games, that's making these deals, that wants this stuff on their platform? Where is their value to their consumer to make a console owner, a platform owner, feel first class instead of second class? Those are the questions that you need to be talking about, not crying and whining to Sony or to the media going, just hopefully it happens. Oh, like all this little bitch ass stuff. Grow a spine. Put the pressure back on Microsoft because it's them that's the problem. They're the ones not making these deals. They're the ones that are not finding these incredible games. They're the ones that are saying, well, here's Pentiment. They're the ones that are saying, well, here's Starfield Updates. We changed the guy from running left to looking left and looking straight 6 months in. Take it to them. There you go. Bert just said, speaking of Xbox, I reset mine trading in tomorrow. Trade it in. You want an advice? This is not a hate. And everybody's like, oh, stop hating. I'm going to tell you right now, there is nothing left of Xbox. It is done. Trade it in. Go get a PlayStation. Go get a Switch. Go get a PC. Get off of the console because that console is done. Microsoft does not believe in it. They are done with it. Get rid of it. Advice here from the Grindhouse. Sell your Xbox and go play somewhere else. Do it. Leave the library. They don't care about those games. Just go. That's what you should be saying. And go play Final Fantasy 1 Rebirth and Remake. Go play Spider-Man. Go play God of War. Go enjoy those games. Go play Mario. Go play Legend of Zelda. Go do it. That's my advice. Sell it. It is done. Don't hold on to it and think that it's going to be around. If you want to keep it as a paperweight, go. And you could do it. But that console is done. Go buy a PC. Go get a Switch. Go get a Steam Deck. Get off that console because it is done. Don't listen to these clowns because that's never going to come to Xbox. And that's my other point in this whole shenanigans. As the care for the console is done. And I got the video clip here of it. Because this is another point that I want to make on here. And that's not hate. It's facts. You know, I understand people have libraries on it. Then keep your library for it. But if you're not playing those old games on the Xbox, just get rid of it. Trade it in. Get your $300. Because guess what's going to happen? They're going to announce another Xbox. You're going to depreciate your trade-in value of that one. And now you're going to be stuck. Because they're going to give you a discless Xbox and nobody else wants it. I'm telling you, get rid of it. They don't have any games that take advantage of the console. Hellblade 2, go play it on a PC, play it on a Steam Deck. And this is honest. This is not trying to increase the PlayStation.
This is really freaking cool. This is a great series. I understand why people.
This is not trying to increase engagement to PlayStation. I could care less of the PlayStation. Go enjoy games. Stop holding on to something that's not going to go anywhere. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You could be a fan of it. It's not your fault. It's Microsoft's fault. It's Xbox's fault. It's Phil's fault. That's who it is. It's them that didn't believe in the product that they were selling you. And therefore, you shouldn't believe in them. If they don't care, you shouldn't care. And that's the point. Because I would never buy a product where the person selling me the product didn't put 100% into that thing that I was buying. Because I'm giving you 100% of my money. And you're not giving me 100% of your worth in that console. You're not. You're not updating it. You're not giving me great games. You haven't given me great games. You're increasing your service prices. You're giving me all this stuff. And I'm telling you, as the console diminishes, and here this part. This is the part I want to talk about.
As an example, but I got a chance to also play it as well. Enjoyed it. It's fantastic. And this is coming. And they're hoping.
No, it's this next part.
As an exclusivity paid stuff.
Here it is.
Exclusivity paid stuff has to stop. I think what was the infamous one Xbox did? It was Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
They did that. Again, No, we just simply have to stop doing that. I hope as we move forward with the rest of this generation and as we go into the next one,
lists.
Whatever multi-platform stuff we'll see, experimentation is fine. But these third-party games, they just got to be everywhere. Nobody should be deprived of.
It's depriving now. I love the words that he's using here. Depriving, sucks. But when he was talking about the Activision deals and Microsoft taking games away from third party, they got to make it exclusive. Incentive.
Playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth just because they don't have a PlayStation.
One quick correction. Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be coming to the Xbox Series X and S.
Okay. I just remember I knew people were upset, like, hey, there's other games not coming to Xbox. Why isn't this coming to Xbox? I couldn't remember what it was.
I imagine, specifically when it comes to the Final Fantasy VII now trilogy, that there is some deal that it is not allowed to come to other platforms until all three are out. That is my guesstimation, because when Remake came out, we were guessing like, okay, like it's just coming out on PlayStation 4 at the time. Maybe it's got a year exclusivity, and then it still never came to other platforms. And then now that Rebirth's out, we still hear nothing about Remake. I think I had guessed around the time that Rebirth was officially announced and we got that first trailer. I think that's when I first guessed of like, they must have some sort of exclusivity deal during the release of this entire trilogy, which is insane. And I agree with you, Paris. And then I also find it interesting.
Was it insane about Titanfall? Was it insane about Rise? Was it insane about Dead Rising 4? Was it insane about Sunset Overdrive? Was it insane about Tomb Raider? Was it insane about the whole trilogy of Gears of War? They didn't own Epic. They partnered with Epic. Why wasn't Gears on a PlayStation? Was that insane? What about BioShock? What about Mass Effect 1 and BioShock 1? Was that insane? Why is these deals acting like Sony's doing something unorthodox? Stalker 2. Yeah. The Medium. Was everybody crying that nobody could play The Medium in February of the console's launches? What about The Medium? What about PUBG being an Xbox exclusive? Was that insane? Why are we acting like Sony's playing dirty when Microsoft's the one spending $80 billion to take third-party games away from places? They paying $80 billion to take Starfield and Redfall away. That's not unorthodox. That's Sony's doing worse. Cry some more.
Interesting that 16 didn't launch on Xbox platforms either, when 15 did. So I don't know what PlayStation and Square, like what deals they made.
You want to know what, dude? It's not hard to make deals when you're install based at the consoles that they don't care. This is what I don't understand. This whole circus explains how consoles don't matter to Microsoft. This is what I don't understand from all of these people that say this. The console sales don't matter. Consoles don't matter. It's about everything else. But they sit here and they think, well, why are they not putting the game on Xbox? Because you want to know what? Console sales do matter. They matter to developers. It's market share. Okay? So when you're looking to put a game on consoles, you look at a 58 million install base or you look at a 25 million install base and go, well, they don't buy games over there. Look at the sales. They want it in Game Pass. Why is a developer, it's easy for Sony to go over there. Peter Moore said it. I showed it on the show. Sony had the mind share, the market share of developers. Microsoft had to do so much extra to get the game on their platform because they didn't have the install base. And it didn't sell. So it's not like Sony's going over there dropping $80 billion, hint, hint, and telling them to basically, oh, just put it on our platform. Don't look at Xbox. No. Microsoft's sitting there with a dwindling install base of consoles that you tell us doesn't matter. And these developers are like, well, why do we put our games over there? Because it's not just Final Fantasy. It's not just that. It's the Stellar Blades. It's all this other stuff. It is those other games. That Monster Hunter game, where that one wasn't announced for that one. There's a whole bunch of other games that are coming to PlayStation and skipping. I showed you that article last week where there's a weird game getting put on the DS, the Game Boy Color, and not on an Xbox. It's because the install base is so small and they don't buy those games over there. So if I'm making something, I go, wow, that is like so small and they don't buy the games that I make. Why would you put it there? And then Sony comes over going, hey, we'll give you some extra money, put it on, just develop it for us. And then I showed you, they focus development matters. I don't know why they're acting so crazy. Like, it's amazing. That's so weird. This is insane. What kind of deals is Sony making? They're making the deals that Microsoft should have made with all their money. They're making the deals that Microsoft should have made because if they care about bringing Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and the whole rest of the circus, bringing games to you, you wouldn't have been sitting there celebrating $80 billion. You would have sat there and said, why is Microsoft spending $80 billion to buy a whole-ass publisher of games that we're already getting in Call of Duty? Why don't they go spend some of that $1 billion and get us games that we could play? No, you ex-clowns didn't say any of that stuff. Instead, you cheered on to get the same games that you were getting anyway. And if anybody had a problem with that, they were a hater. Well, the haters are winning now because the haters are getting games and you're the one that's not getting them. And you're the one that's sitting there hoping and praying and wishing that these games don't go over to the PlayStation. Because I thought when we all play, we all win. Wasn't that the rhetoric? Wasn't that what everybody was celebrating? Well, I guess there was another twist to that. Just like what Phil was saying with Xbox and what Xbox means. Well, what are you talking about? Are you talking about Xbox PC? Are you talking about Xcloud? Are you talking about Xbox consoles? No, know what all they're talking about? Xbox consoles. And they sat there and had Phil Spencer say this to them and did not question him.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way.
He answered your question right there on your own show. Phil Spencer said great games will not sell our console. So why are you sitting here begging for Phil to go sign some Final Fantasy great games for his console when he just told you to your faces, if we just go make great games, console shares will not shift. He told you to your face. He told you.
Just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay.
We're not focusing on great games. So when you see great games on PlayStation, Phil doesn't care about great games. He wasn't lying. That's right, Zinc. He wasn't lying. Phil told you to your faces, great games don't move our console, so we don't care. So when you get a great game, like a 10 out of 10 Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it's a great game. Phil Spencer says, great games don't matter. So why does it matter to you? Why are you crying? Why are you doing the 3-ring circus? And why are you dancing around like a clown? Told you right to your face. Now let me get these super chats, the grinders, the people that do matter. Let's see. Twisted Sync with the 2. People are calling him out hard in the comments. Oh, yeah. And then he's resorting right back to, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Well, your opinion sucks. And who cares about your opinion? Because it holds no, it doesn't matter. It's never going to happen. You could sit there and cry. And I don't even know why that's even a discussion on the Xcast podcast. Like, Talk about what Phil showed you. Talk about games. Talk about Hellblade 2. Aren't you excited about that? Supposedly, PlayStation had no games in the first quarter. I don't know what you're talking about. Sony was doomed. Right before you opened up your Christmas presents at the end of last year, I heard Sony was doomed in the first quarter. The developer direct was coming and Sony was done. That's what I heard. Sony's in trouble. Well, let me tell you something. If this is Sony in trouble, I can't wait to see Sony not in trouble. Selling 58 million consoles, dropping the best service game right now, after Microsoft talked about service games, now dropping Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If this is Sony in trouble, hell, have no fury than Sony not in trouble. All right? And if selling 50 million consoles, 54 million consoles is trouble, then I don't know what world Microsoft is living in with their Xbox. That must be the depths of hell. So step up, talk to Phil, you have lunch with him, and say, Phil, where's the quality games? Where is it? Instead of yelling and crying about it. Yeah, Sony got no games. I don't know. Sony's in trouble. They're done. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard that if this is Sony in trouble, oh my goodness. That's going to be some wildness. We'll read this as we do the super chats. Sony's in trouble, Xbox is dead. Crazy. Kazakh Hero 270 with the 5. He goes, hell, if exclusives didn't exist and gaming would have died. NES and exclusives saved gaming and his Dino box would have never been made. Exactly, Kazakh Hero. Talking about exclusives, Xbox was built on an exclusive. If there was no Halo, there is no Xbox. So to kind of shun exclusives right now, it's stupid. And if exclusives didn't matter, then why the hell would Microsoft go spend $80 billion to buy games? If exclusivity didn't matter. And why would they go in there and say, stop making the PlayStation version of Redfall and stop making the PlayStation version of Starfield? If exclusives didn't matter. No, the problem is that Microsoft's making bad deals. Xbox doesn't care about the console, and the future of the console is dead. For them. Because as that console dwindles, more and more third-party games will not be putting their games on Xbox. They'll put them on PC, Switch, and PlayStation. And Xbox will not get the development because they don't have the mind share. And you could sit there and tell me every screen is an Xbox and every this is an Xbox. Guess what? When it comes down to it, the reality is the console is the Xbox. And if I don't have to make for that console, then I'm not going to put it on Xbox. Because guess what? If you just put your game on Steam, that's not an Xbox. So therefore, your whole rhetoric stops. So not every screen is an Xbox. Because if they put a game on PC, like if they put Final Fantasy on Steam and they put Final Fantasy on PlayStation, that's not an Xbox.
You're my number one customer.
So you could juke and jive and talk about Xbox in all different ways. But when it comes down to it, it's the console. That's the market share. And that's what developers have to develop for. The console. And because of that, as you say, it doesn't matter about the console. It's about everywhere. Well, that's Microsoft's vision. Well, guess what? That's not these developers' vision who want to make money and sell their friggin' games. When it comes down to it, they're going to put their games on things that sell. And guess what? Don't take my word for it. Don't take a third-party devs. Just take Xbox's word for it because Phil now has to sell his games. That's why he's going to PlayStation and Switch with his games. That's why. Because he has to sell it. He needs to sell his games. In order to give you freebies in a subscription, he has to sell it. Because it's funny, in that interview, Phil says, the consoles have not shown growth. Then Phil, let me ask you a question. Then why are you investing in the other consoles then? If consoles seem to be stagnated and there's no growth in consoles, then why would you continue to support the dying console industry and putting it on a PlayStation and a Switch? If consoles ain't it, if consoles ain't the future because you have not seen growth, or you're just talking about yourself. See, that's the Phil Ness. Is he talking about himself? Or is he tries to generalize it, but he's talking about himself. They suck. Because nobody asks him, well, Phil, if the consoles don't seem to be doing the same growing, then why would you continue to support consoles? Why would you put your games? What does PlayStation and Switch have that you need if consoles are not doing anything? Exactly, Phil Ness. Therapy quantified with the 5. He goes, exclusives are only bad because Xbox hasn't made a good game in years. Amen to that one. Amen to that one.
Here it comes!
That's the problem. They wouldn't know quality if it smacked them in the face. Manny Oles, member for 22 months. He goes, Jez, Square Enix put Crisis Core on Xbox, but guess what happened? It didn't sell on the platform. And believe me, they put it on purpose to check the waters. Exactly. The games don't sell over there. Cyru with the 10. He goes, imagine thinking that Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard for the revenue and also thinking the games would be exclusive and cut out a majority of revenue after that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Imagine. They inherited a whole bunch of debt with that. They did. But that was the initial purchase. Like Activision, when he bought Activision, it was like, we got Call of Duty, it's ours. And after 2 years of deliberation, it wound up going more places than just where it was going to be in the first place. And Bobby Kotick cashed out. And now they're dissolving the studios. SNK 411. It was always, I just want to say, like Activision and those games, and this, like you said, exclusives will be where everybody Game Pass exists. Right, Phil? Right, Phil?
If we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building. And
where is Paris's little head popping up on the bottom there? Phil, what are you talking about? Exclusives? What do you mean?
If we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you.
Great exclusives?
That ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building.
Say it with your chest now. Tell me again. Exclusive games where Xbox Game Pass, exclusive games in your exclusive service. Tell me again. SNK Kev with the 411. He goes with the 5. He goes, what up, Jez? I'm a console collector, and I'm so glad I didn't buy an Xbox Series consoles. Microsoft gave up Xbox 2 failed generations back to back. Hey, man. I'm glad. I'm telling you, man. And again, it's not hate. It's not just hating on it. I make fun of all these executives and all this shit, but man, the facts are the facts, man. If they're not going to support, how long are you going to continue to believe their horseshit? And there you go, Paris again. Here, look, 2020, when Phil did his little interview right there. Say it from your chest. Xbox not having exclusive next-gen games is a smart, friendly move. It doesn't gatekeep new experiences behind expensive new hardware. Your next-gen experiences isn't going to be compromised by a game that's playable on old hardware. And I'm telling you, that S is the problem, too. Like, not only do you got to put it on Xbox, but you got to put it on that S. That's extra work. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? But yeah, of course he's getting roasted. Of course he is. You know?
Mr. Yellow Chair.
Starfield was a Game of the Year contender. I don't see anything in here. It's a shame. It sucks that PlayStation fans can't play. If you're a PlayStation owner, it sucks that you can't play Starfield. Do we see any of that follow up? Do you recall any things like that? Like that's a hypocrisy here. And listen, if you are an Xbox fan and love the console, That's fine. But don't come off as this kumbaya, everybody plays, everybody wins, but only on Xbox's terms, only on Microsoft's terms. When we play, we all win. But when somebody else does what Microsoft has been doing, buying publishers, it sucks. It sucks you got to buy a PlayStation. You should have went out there and going, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is incredible. First off, I don't know why you didn't say this with the first game, but the second game that you decided to play, why didn't you come out there and say, you know, definitely this is a great time to get a PlayStation. They got a great library of exclusives for the last couple of years. You can play them on PC if you want, but Final Fantasy, if you don't want to wait, it's a great game to go play right now. It's worth a PlayStation right now.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy
But I don't
Spirit,
see
activate. Activate.
that
Activate.
rhetoric with like, it sucks that PlayStation can't experience Starfield. But Final Fantasy, I love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's one of the best games I played in 2004, and it should be on Xbox. And listen, we're probably too late right now, but he's doing exactly what he wanted to do. There's not much going on with Xbox. It's down. So let's stir the pot. And he has. Let's get people engaged in our show. Probably Xcast is... Go look at people's Xbox channels, dude. It's the hopes and dreams have been shattered. And people are trying to pivot and talk about how PlayStation is failing, and they're trying to turn their show into how PlayStation is going down the rabbit hole. But Microsoft is already down there, and they've been down there. And this is all for engagement. And that he got exactly what he wanted. Because if they would have said, "Hey, we're going to talk about Hellblade 2," nobody would watch it. Lucci Sky says Microsoft didn't want Final Fantasy Rebirth. The dev just confirmed. What was that? You have the tweet? But he got his engagement. But you want to know what? Go get your engagement and being just hypocritical. And know what happens? It's your opinion, but guess what? That makes your opinion invaluable. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares what you have to say or recommend anything, because you're basically talking out two sides of your mouth. And if you don't care, then hey, I don't care. But all I'm saying is that I wouldn't do that. If I have a change of opinion, I'll give you justification why I have a change of opinion. But I'm not going to be here and shill and cope and do all this other stuff, dude. I'm telling you right now, if Final Fantasy was on an Xbox just now, I will be going to buy an Xbox and I will have it right here. If this released on Xbox Series X, I would have purchased an Xbox to go play it. And I'm sure all of you would have as well. But because they banked their hopes and dreams in trusting in Phil and trusting in Microsoft's message, and Phil pulled a rug from underneath them, dude. And you return it, Sign? And have returned. Oh, damn. I thought he meant he's going to return the thing after he buys it. But yeah. And I think so. Just like Siri was saying, we will see less third-party exclusives. And people are going to claim that Sony's buying the industry. They're not. Microsoft's the one buying the industry. Sony's just being themselves and saturating the market. And when you saturate the market, this goes right back to where we started. When we started with the PS2, how hard, and I don't know how many of you were back there with the OG Xbox, but I was. And I remember the slog it was just to get games to come out the same day as a PlayStation. Like, that Final Fantasy 13 was an announcement that it was not coming to Xbox, but it was coming day and date. That GTA 4 that was a huge announcement for Xbox. They went on stage and says, guys, Final Fantasy, when that comes out, it's going to be on our platform day and date. It wasn't exclusive. It was the fact that they're getting it the same day that PlayStation did. That 360 generation was all about getting Sony games same day. Metal Gear Solid. Oh, sorry, Taran. I thought you were talking about returning to the Xbox. Anyway. But 13 was a big deal, Josh, but it wasn't getting an exclusive. It was just getting it the same day as Sony. Getting GTA 4 the same day as Sony. Getting Metal Gear Solid 5 the same day as Sony. Those were big moves at that time. And that's how long it took. That's how hard Xbox had to work to get those games to be considered for their platform to be viable on day one. So tell me how much mind share and market share they lost. Oh, you tag me? Okay, I'm going to get how much mind share that they lost. And how to try to get that back. I got you, Zuby. Zuby tagged me at something there. Where is it? But yeah, I'm trying to find that tweet here. Gio, what's up, Gio, man? Gio says Microsoft is currently working on a dedicated Xbox app for TVs. Oh, damn. Where is it? Yeah, I don't see it here. I didn't see it. You tagged me in it on Twitter? I don't see it, dude. But that was just the point of like how much they had to work for it. But that shows you how hard it is to pull that mind share away when it's saturated with a brand. Oh, it's Jez7780X on Twitter. And that's the reason why, as now moving forward, when you keep saying it's not about the console, that's less mind share from developers. And that means more and more games will be skipping Xbox. So prepare for more of this. And it's going to make Sony have an easier time making those exclusive deals because they got the mind share. They got the market share. That's why I never believe this whole consoles don't matter. You know, you could say they don't matter to Microsoft, which is the truth. How do you have Pentiment running at 120 frames on your competition, and it's a bug that's been on your console for over a year and a half, and you never fixed it? How does that make an Xbox Series X owner feel? Imagine taking a game and putting it over there. That's right, hit that like button. But imagine that. Imagine putting your games on your competition and have it play better over there. Like, that's just insane. And I think it's totally different them putting their games on consoles than putting their games on PC. Like, putting your game on PC is a different market. Yes, there's some crossover, but PC market is a different market than the console market. But when you're putting it, like, you know, apples to apples, putting your game on the direct competitor, the blue and the red, you really are waving that white flag. Because now you just opened up a pathway now. Everything that you're ever going to sell, everything you're ever going to announce, people just go, well, you got to now have extra energy to tell them it's not going to be there. And try to fight that market. No, it's not going to be there. Trust me, not now. But they did it. And that's where a lot of fans right now feel shafted. They're like, you spent all this money. We cheered you on. We trusted you. And now when it comes time to get that cadence going, get that ball rolling, you now just created a bridge of putting all those games on the competition. So now everything that you announce and stuff is going to have that caveat. Whether you say it's coming or not, you already created that narrative. It's done. Right at the time when we thought you were going to finally get into your stride that you've been promising since 2018. Next year will be better. Next year will be better. Next year's our year. And you start off the year with this. And to compile on that, at the same time that you are putting Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush on PlayStation, PlayStation is dropping exclusive games on their platform. Oh, you can't find me? I'll put it in the thing. Oh, sorry, I hit that thing. There it is. That's my Twitter. I think that is. No, it just says 7780. I'm sorry, it's not X. There it is. Oh, it's in the chat? Where did you put it in the chat? Let me see, Lucci Sky. Hold on. Well, know what, Lucci? I'll make you... Yeah, mod, you can put the link. Yeah, you can put the link in there. But that's the thing. Neil says I gotta get back to the fight. I know, but like it just happened at such a bad time. And that's why you're getting a lot of this pushback from like, you know, the Xcast and all this other stuff, trying to be like, well, exclusives don't. It's because Microsoft has conceded. Yeah, X is in my PSN. Thank you, Josh, for reminding me what the hell my tags are. I have no clue. But that's the issue there. Okay, gotcha. Got it. Oh yeah, I read that earlier. That's all that. I read that about being exclusive to that stuff and the benefits. I also read Todd Howard's as well, but thank you, Luigi Sky. I appreciate it. But yeah, like that's the whole thing there. And shout out to Reforge for posting that there. Yeah, he did. But Gen X. Yeah, Reforge found that out from Game Informer. That was that article. But yeah, so like that's the thing. Like it just came at such a bad time, and that's why you're getting, you know, the influencers and stuff like that trying to change the narrative and being, hey, exclusives don't matter anymore because Microsoft has now started shipping their exclusives on other platforms and making physical copies. Yeah, that is the dev. Yep. That is the dev on there. It's just such a, it's like a perfect storm. Like it was like a perfect storm. It's just like, and you look at the games and you look at the list that Sony has, and you have Helldivers, you have Final Fantasy, you got Stellar Blade, and then you got like Pentiment like right in there, Sea of Thieves around there. And I said those games are gonna have to be good because you're lined up against quality stuff. But anyway, it's like they're getting those games in addition to exclusives. And what is Microsoft getting? What is Xbox getting? And that's why they're having this whole thing where, what are we getting? You know, we're giving them some games. What are we getting? And they're not getting anything. You're not getting anything. That's a question for Phil. Lou Flame says Rebirth sucks. Back to timeout for me. Don't put him in. If you don't like Rebirth, don't put him in timeout, Lou Flame. Let him be. Let him be. We let Aaron live. We let True Virgil live in here. Let them live. They're okay. Lou Flame, you're all right, man. It's all right. If you don't like Rebirth, I'm not saying there's something wrong. What, did he say anything craziness? It's all right. Oh, don't time him out. Don't time Lou out. Leave Lou alone. Oh, he wants to get timed out. Lou, if you're going to be that way, you don't want a song for you. If you're going to come here and disrupt, you don't want the goggling, then you get an intro song. Rebirth is great, by the way. Just to wrap things up, dude, I'm telling you right now, Rebirth, it looks incredible. It looks, like they added so much flex to that game with the mini games and the physics, dude. Everything ragdolls. There's you know, all the they added so many elements. Like everything moves around when everything's not stagnant as the first game. Like the world looks incredible, but awesome. Like when you're knocking over barrels and stuff, they're flexing. They're making it definitely awesome. Like and just the amount of interaction and stuff like that, it's really awesome. Play it. No, I don't see Lou say anything. We're not gonna give him a song. We'll give him the song. Or Oh my God, Josh said he played over 10 hours, dude. Oh, and also too, another plug. I still got to play more. I only played about an hour or so. About an hour or so last night, but my God, it looks so great. And the story is awesome. I love how they're telling the story. I skipped the whole demo. I didn't play the demo. And but no, if you play on performance mode, it doesn't look good. It's blurry. I'm playing it on regular mode. I'm not dealing because it looks too blurry for me on performance mode. So, but if you play it, I recommend playing in graphics mode. Yes, you don't get the frame rates, but it's definitely, maybe you want to turn on performance mode when you're doing combat, but when you're just walking around towns and stuff, do graphics mode. But it's too blurry for me. Especially, I'm playing on the Grindhouse Theater, so I'm playing on a huge-ass wall. So, fidelity matters when you're playing on a friggin' 110-inch pause screen. You know what I mean? I don't know why they call it. Influence nothing. Like, listen. Go play great games. Great games bring in the gamers. People will spend money. You won't have to say, hey, it's a 4 out of 5, but it's only $1. Just try it out. You don't need to do that. It's a 4 out of 5. Go play it now. Don't miss out. That's what you want to hear. It's incredible. Go play it now. Like, that's what Paris should have been saying in that thing. Hey, this is incredible. We're on Xcast, but no matter where you play your games, I recommend going and get a PlayStation and playing this game now. It's that incredible. You must experience it right now. That's what a gamer would say. That's what a person that has a spine and is a gamer that plays everywhere would say that. A person that would say, that's what you say. Go get a PlayStation, go play Final Fantasy. Get a PC, go play Helldivers, just do it. You have no problem recommending it. But to sit here and just be bitter and cry and going, it's not fair. It's not fair. They need to put these third party. Stop, like crying, like stop, like just like we got him right here. We got him. Where is it?
Stop. Enough.
Oh, stop. No worry, no problem, man. Like stop. That's petty shit. And considering they spent $80 billion over the last 4 years, you should be proud about what Microsoft is offering because you believe in them. No. How does Microsoft spend $80 billion, buy a whole ass Activision, own all these IPs that you have been hyping up, but still come from a place of weakness? Oh, it's such a shame that Xbox doesn't get Final Fantasy. It's such a shame these games are skipping Xbox. Oh, but they go spend $80 billion, $3 trillion company. And we were shouting from the rooftops, they got all this IP. Huh. Interesting. The biggest game of the generation in Starfield. They just added incredible features. Emojis now for your photos. They fixed the guy who was looking left and running straight. Those are quality updates. That's $8 billion worth of quality right there. Wait for the tools. Make the most powerful console in the world. Can't run Pentiment at 120 frames because of a bug.
You're my number one customer.
DJH32X with the 3. He goes, play Rebirth in Todd Howard mode. Oh, damn. Well, I can tell you, that will be, it just continues to load. The loading is actually pretty damn good in this game. So Todd Howard mode will be like you're just looking at a loading screen on that one. But yeah, I know, there are a lot of games, man. And Helldivers wants to keep pulling me in, dude. When I see the vehicles and I want to see the map, I want to just keep playing Helldivers. Now I'm torn between Final Fantasy and Helldivers, and I got to finish Grand Blue Fantasy. And I'm getting announcement. I am getting WrestleMania. We're going to be streaming it Monday night after the Gaming Grindhouse. We're going to do it, and maybe we'll do creations of the Phil Ness, Road to Phil Ness live with the Grinders. So stay tuned for the Gaming Grindhouse on Monday night. I'm going to be putting in some clips over the week, but I'm going to be getting WrestleMania. We're doing Road to Phil Ness 2024 edition. We're going to create all the friggin' executives, and we're going to have a Rumble. We're going to do it again, Grinders, wrestling style. So keep it locked here. We're going to be doing that. And then also, we're going to be doing the Gaming Grindhouse, where I'm sure we'll cover some of this stuff. Frogs, I know, has a lot to say about this. And, I had it in the chat, but he wasn't in there. But, Frog will talk more about it on Monday. But, yeah, we're doing the Road to Phil Ness 2024. Let's see what happens this time. And if you missed it, we did already the Road to Phil Ness in the previous ones. We're going to do it again. P. Hines will be on the show. We'll get P. Hines in there. Todd Howard, he was a new addition there. Elden Ring, whew, I know. I'm really not a huge fan of Elden Ring, but I know that's coming as well. But I'm telling you, tons of games. Helldivers 2, man, I got to go. I got to play more. I love streaming it, even with everybody in the chat coming on in and stuff like that and playing the game. It's awesome to play with the Grindhouse in there. So I want to do more Helldivers. I'd rather stream more Helldivers 2. So let me know in the comments and you know, on Twitter or whatever like that. If you want, I'll stream Helldivers 2. Because I know Final Fantasy is very story-driven. Maybe when it opens up, I could stream some of it. But I don't want to kind of ruin the story and ruin some of the surprises in the game. But let me know. If you want me to stream that, I'll stream Final Fantasy. But if not, I'll continue to do Helldivers 2 because it's always a blast doing that as well. I can do both. But, yeah, which one do you prefer next? The next stream. But, yeah, thank you for coming for this gaming grindhouse, the Grinds Bite, what grinds my gears. We had a lot of topics to talk about. But, again, games matter, quality matters, and exclusives matter. That differentiates you from your competition. So continue enjoying your games, playing greatness, and giving your money where quality is. And those are my lines, and that's what it is. And what happened to Game Pass? What happened? Game Pass allowed Microsoft not to do those kind of deals anymore. We'll get Jim Ryan. I got him in there. So thank you again, Grinders. Hit that like button on your way out. Share it out. Have a great weekend. Game all weekend. We got a lot of greatness to play. And
and second ops too. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes in Hades, and they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a Requiem. What to play first?